Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another episode of Idaho. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. The fields are finally planted. You have no idea how long that took to do that. It was very painful to do that off camera. Let me tell I told my girlfriend how long it took and she was kind of like, really? I was like, yeah. So I think it's about time to upgrade. A couple people have been saying in the comments that's probably a good time to start upgrading the equipment as well. And what I'm referring to is upgrade it to slightly larger equipment. And I'm inclined to agree because it does take a little bit of time to do some things. Quite a lot of time in some scenarios. Alright, so everything's seated, and the reason why I'm in the dark here, oh, that's a pretty terrible moon. Wow, I never realized it looked that bad. And what we're doing here is basically progressing time to the next day, like so. So we have cows and pigs now. So what it's doing is going through its growth cycle. So it'll go up to 100% and then everything will be ready to go. Oof, it's a bit laggy, I don't know why. Everything will be ready to go. So this might mean we need to do a little bit of crop scouting to see if there's any problem areas in terms of weeds and whatnot, because it all got planted. So I'm not really sure what the situation is in terms of the weeds, so we'll see in a second here. Do I have anything that's actually in the field? Probably not. Let's go over here then. Usually what happens at about 30% or so is when, or not 30%, 70% is when things go to their growth cycle. So everything right about now is probably just hitting their growth cycle. So there it is. So they're all at stage 1. Well, this is all at stage 1 now. And there was an area right there, as you can see, which for whatever reason didn't grow very nicely. I don't know why though, or didn't get cultivated even. I'm still not sure, but it's there, as you can see. So, all right, so everything is done. Everything has grown 100%. Excellent. So let's hop into our F-150 here. Actually, you know what we should do? Or whatever. I'm not even sure this is an F-150. I can't remember. It's a Ford. It's an old truck. Alright, so let's bring up our PDA here because we need to have this open to see what this thing is, what the situation is with this. So it's been fertilized. Now the weird part is, which is kind of throws me off a little bit, is the fact that the way this grass works, because when you bale, you get this strip right here that doesn't grow at the same rate as the rest of the grass, as you can see, which is kind of strange. But anyways, so let's. I don't know, does it even show what stage it's at? 16. Yeah, so it's almost all ready to go again, which is good. Good for us, at least. Alright, let's go check out some of their fields here. So let's start off up here. I'm just going to do a quick little pass through. So this is where, funny enough, this is where things like, whoa, what am I doing here? This is where things like UAVs come into play. In real life, at least, because it allows you to scout all your fields relatively easily. Otherwise, you end up doing, this is what you would do in real life. You just drive, obviously you wouldn't drive through your field, you drive along the outskirts and see what you could see. But with something like a UAV, which is a unmanned aerial vehicle, I think it stands for, if memory serves, you'll be able to go right to the center of the field and see if you have any problems. So as of right now, this field seems to be okay, but this also means that I have to spray fertilizer everywhere. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Because we didn't do that initially because we had nowhere near enough liquid manure to do all that. So we're gonna need to spray fertilizer everywhere, which is gonna take not nearly as long as seeding. That's thankfully. Oh, there's a little bit of a problem area right there for weeds. So that's what you kind of need to look out for. I can't see into the middle of the field without driving into the middle of it. That's interesting. As you can see, so now we have the pH level 7.2, so which is the neutral area, which is good, because we put the 6.8, there was a one area back in there that was high on the scale, but that's fine. Now, there's a couple areas that didn't get cultivated. That's weird. And This field is another one we planted. Yeah, 35. So there are a couple of places with weeds. Nothing too bad yet. So I think what I'll do, I don't think it really affects the growth of the weeds at all. I don't know actually. I'm not sure if it makes a big difference or not. There's a few areas. I think I'll wait a little bit longer just to see. So there are a few places that need a little bit of attention. But like I said, we do need to have... Why didn't this grow? That's weird. Apparently it's in like the first stage of growth, but there doesn't appear to be anything. As you can see, this is gonna happen for all of it. What did I plant over there? 35 and 36. So those are the regular crops. This is soybeans, and soybeans haven't sprouted yet. Another one over here is oats. Apparently it's in stage 1. I don't know if that's just due to some coding or something. But if so, that's really annoying because I planted... the oats seem to be working. I wonder why the soybeans aren't. As you can see, our lovely neighborhood. Anyway, so yeah, it seems like that's doing all right there. So what I'll do is I'll grab this while I'm here. Might as well. And I'll get one of my... There we go. One of my tractors going here. So I'm gonna grab this guy right here and get started. So one of the really nice things about this particular tractor is the fact that it is super quick. It goes like 50 kilometers an hour, which is pretty nice if you ask me. So what is that? 36 is in barley. So the thing you need to look out for now is barley likes fertilizer A. Barley likes fertilizer A. So the really annoying part about this system right here is that with courseplay, it'll always de facto go back to this style when it refills, I discovered. Which is very annoying. Actually, you know what we can do? Do we have enough money? I don't know if we do or not. Let me just check here. Because we have this, which does 36 meters, but it only has a small capacity. So let's just see if we can get something with a larger capacity. That'll hopefully make our lives a lot easier. Let's just see here. Because we could use a sprayer as well. Sprayers. We could get that. That does 24 meters. Not far from that, actually. And that Terrigator's for lime. Or, no. Yeah, I guess it is technically. And this one does lime as well. And fertilizer, technically. So does this. But I don't know how much this one holds offhand. This one holds the same amount. So I think what we'll do is... we don't need mowers. Why am I in mowers? Let's just check to see if we have anything in miscellaneous. I don't know if we will or not. No. I know. Well, I'm not sure. There is one thing in there we could buy technically, but I don't know how that one works though. I used it once and it didn't work very well, and I think that's why I haven't used it since. This does work well, but you do have to use it yourself, which is not going to happen. That's for sure. Because that's gonna take forever if I do it like that, and I'm not as consistent as good as courseplay. All right, so slurry. Why am I in slurry again? Sprayers. So we could do the Case Patriot here. 49,000 is a little bit on the cheap side if you ask me, but this will spray fertilizer and it will spray herbicide as well. And we still need to keep the thing we have right now anyways, because it this actually has a smaller range. That's funny now that I think about it. What else do we have? This will do... That's a bit expensive. What else is there? And that's too expensive. 2 HJV. Oh, that's cool. Could do this. The only problem is this isn't that wide. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is only 24 meters. And if I show you the in-game sprayers, for example, like this one is the same working width technically, and this one's 40 meters. And that's only $48,000. Just to give you an idea, that's why I'm a little reluctant. I'm like, well, that does 40 meters, and this does 36. I don't know. All right, for now we'll just get this guy started because I'm just gonna think about it more than anything else. All right, so I believe, what is that? 36, I said. I believe we have, of course, already. Excellent. Let's get this guy started on that up here, and then we'll go from there. So this is the problem I'm gonna run into because I'm gonna need a sprayer as well, and I don't have a sprayer as of yet. So, and oh, it must be set for the first waypoint, which is down there, I guess. Yes, that's why. Alright, so let's just take a quick peek at that, because we could get the Case Patriot. It is self-propelled, which is nice. Yeah, that was... I have to double check now. 36 he's on, which is Fertilizer. A is good for it. Whew. I had to think about that, actually. So you actually have to fertilize in the first stage, which is, as you can see right now, stage 1 or stage 2. I always do it in stage 1 because it seems to work best for me, at least. So let it do that. I probably should have taken that fork off the front there. That spike, I should say, but I definitely didn't. We don't have anything else, do we? No. No. Maybe we'll look at the Case Patriot too. Let that do its thing. And I believe we could borrow a little bit of money. Yes, we can. So let's borrow, what do we need? 50 grand for that? There we go. Let's do one more. Perfect. Let's go ahead and buy that Case Patriot. What the heck? Give you a chance to see it if you guys didn't see the spotlight on it. It works alright. Not the best, not the worst. I'd rather it have a wider spread, but that's fine. There we go. Where are we here? This is probably the easiest way to do it. There we go. Oh, and we got the Gel. Alright, so let's... Where should we head? It's not very fast. I don't know, maybe it is. That's 50 kilometers an hour. It's not terrible. Alright, so we are going to need to set this guy up. So what should we... I don't know if it's going to say... Do we have oats? Oh, oats is Fertilizer C and Fertilizer B. Okay, so need to keep that in mind because those are the two ones we have a lot of out here. So first things first, let's get this guy filled up. Oh, there's some weeds over there. Oh, that's quite a bit of weeds, actually. Over there, too. And those do affect your yields, by the way. I don't know if there's enough pressure there yet to warrant doing a whole field. That's honestly, in real life, that's a big part of, deciding, like, there is some pressure there, but how much is it enough, sort of thing, so. Alright. Let's grab this guy. Also, I updated to a different version of Courseplay. The newest developer version, I guess. I think. Where am I going? Inside. Alright, so let's grab some fertilizer from in here. It'd be nice if this thing had, it'd be nice if it had in-cab sound. The field I'm thinking about is the one right by our farm, which is the weird spotty one. So we're gonna have to go take a look at that in a second here. We're gonna need to make some money, that's for sure. So I'm gonna have to babysit this guy because this is the one that, what happens is every time it goes to refuel or get some more material, it will go back to the type A for whatever reason. And I never quite figured out the reason why that is, but... Alright, so this is Fertilizer, and we want it on A, and let me just... I'll wait till I'm actually there before I do that. What do we even have in this field? I don't even remember. 10 I'm looking at. Oh, this is half and half. Oh, it's going to make my life easier. What half am I on? The south half. So this is oats. So for oats, oh goodness, oats is fertilizer C. Oops, fertilizer C. Actually, I'm going to have to do this one manually, that's for sure, because it's going to change halfway. Alright, so let's grab this, this, and this. And I think we can do up to speed 2 on this. Looks like the width isn't quite correct. Yeah, it spreads a little bit over there. I totally forgot about that. Oh well. Alright, so this is oats, and they like fertilizer C. So I need to be careful here because this is the half and half field. And this is a situation where I really like if it had in-cab sound, because I'm actually driving it. And if we, I don't know if, I'm not sure what happens when you lower it down. But we probably want it to have as low as possible so you don't have very much drift, right? Because drift is bad. You're basically, you know, you're basically wasting a lot of fertilizer. In this scenario, at least. I have a feeling we're going to go through a lot of fertilizer doing this, because we have to do all of our fields here now. And like I said, you do kind of need to babysit it with this, with synthetic fertilizers. With the other style, it's not a problem. Alright, let's turn around here. Well, this also gives us a chance to see some of the... our fields in action, basically, or see what they're at. That could go wider than this, but not by much. So as you can see, that's where the soybeans start, right over there. Because for whatever reason, I guess the cycle for soybeans is messed up a little bit in comparison to oats, because oats seem to be doing perfectly fine, but this one does not seem to be doing the same thing. So let's take a quick peek at how our other tractor is doing. It's doing well. It's almost finished this field, actually. That gives you, that's like an extra 10 meters on me, so that's probably part of the reason why. There we go. Just the way it goes, I guess. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of weed pressure, which is nice. Maybe next cycle there'll be a lot more weed pressure, but I'm not sure about that. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not sure what's going on with the soybeans over there, actually. That's a bit strange. I hope it's not a problem, because I have quite a few fields as soybeans. But we'll have to see, because I am not 100% on that, that's for sure. So there we go. Take a turn here. I'm glad things are drive-throughable here. Looks like we'll be able to do one more half pass, I guess, because we're definitely going to get into the other side there. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. So this is what it's like when you have the soil mod. You basically, especially when you have this many fields, like I have a fair number, basically. You basically do this for every single one, and you could do it with courseplay. The only problem you run into with the spraying aspect is, of course, the problem with different types of fertilizer, because as far as I know, it will constantly go back to type A, which is a bit annoying. Looks like there must be a problem with, I don't know, I'm not sure how, I don't think that would be a hard fix, but it's just a bit annoying that there's that. Alright, so let's do this last little pass here. Oops. So like I said, you can drive through things here, which makes our life a bit better. Oh, we'll do this one pass here. We'll get pretty close to it anyways. And then in the other side, we actually need to go to fertilizer B. So what's going to happen is probably going to be like a little strip right here. We're going to have fertilizer be on that one strip, and that will do something. I don't know what it's going to do. Sometimes it'll actually wither the crop, sometimes it'll do other things, so we'll see. So as you can see, we finally moved up a few ages here. This is like, I don't know, I'm not sure when this was made, but Case Patriot. What number is 32 something? 3230. So soon it was made well, not soon. It was made relatively, I don't know. I'm not sure what the word is. What happened there? Well, that's where I changed to something else. Huh. That's why there's a stop right there. So we'll see what happens. It doesn't look like the soybeans are doing anything though. I don't know, maybe it takes... I'm reluctant to skip it ahead one more cycle because... oh no, there's something there. Just doesn't look like it from a distance, I guess. Because, whoops. If we go to... We should take a look at 7, actually. Nope, I don't know why. I pressed B, but I didn't mean to go to that. So, we'll finish up this field, and then we'll take a quick peek at 7 down there. So, if we look at this, it'll say Type B and synthetic now, and then that'll give us... That's good for the soybeans, but not for the... I don't know, actually. The oats not like it? No. So they'll accept it. It may just delay the last little bit, the last little section there. Like right over here, this might get delayed because of the spray I'm using this close to it. Because I know, as you remember, it has a little bit of extra part of it. So we'll see what happens. But it needs to get fertilized one way or another, so we shall see. Anyways. Not too bad. This is good. Anyways, I think I'm going to end the episode there because I'm pretty sure I have an alarm set for my laundry. And I don't want it to go off in the middle of this because it would be just really annoying. That's what it boils down to. Anyways, so I'll finish this last pass here. Fertilize the weeds a little bit. Excellent. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013 coming at you from Idaho. Or Idaho. I guess it makes more sense. I don't know why I always say it the other way around. I got nothing. Anyways, talk to you guys later.